is up, guys? I'm going to be trying to do another one. Where was it? I keep on, because the problem is that none of these battles were really that awesome. Yeah, I'm still trying to kind of do some pretty cool looking ones. That'd be interesting. Cav spammer, that was quite interesting. Let's go on that one. If I remember correctly what it was. Yeah, I think I remember this one. So, this was a cav spammer. It was one of my recent games, I suppose. But you see, I don't really play this game too often, really. These online games only last about, what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes? Half an hour if they're retardedly, you know, long and no one wants to engage, but usually the combat's pretty darn quick. I can't remember really much what happened in this. This is actually the first time I've replayed this. So let's see if anything glitches out. As you can see, that's my army. That's my opponent's army. You can see why now. I think I had Shinobu Informer. I must have done. Yeah, I think I did have Shinobu Informer. Because I can't remember why. But it definitely helped out a little bit. So, as you can see, I've noob boxed myself. So I've got 3 Nagi attendants. Yeah, I should have 3 Nagi attendants. I'll have 1 monk unit. I have a Nagi Nata unit. Also, I've got 4 attendants. I've then got I've got 3rd shock troopers. So I've got 2 katana infantry units, and I've also got katana lord, and then I've got 2 Nodachi units as well, and then I've also got captain cabinet. Also, along with 2 bocav. He's literally just spammed a load of light cav. Yeah, just loads and loads and loads and loads of light cav. It's not really very desirable to go against, but hey ho. He is level 2. I can't remember what rank I am. I'm actually level 6, so you know, they do need to address this kind of system. I mean, it must be hard really for them, CA, but it is a bit annoying. I mean, you can still get some very, very good battles. I mean, it's not impossible to defeat someone of my standard, but you know, it's not going to be easy. More often than not, you'll get beaten. So it is a bit annoying. It's like I'm a 10-star and he's kind of my rank, really. That's almost kind of how it is. I mean, if you look at the stats, I went very sword heavy though, so it's kind of an advantage for him. But I must say, this is kind of what you have to do though if you're faced against a cav spammer. So I'm going to troll these guys up, they'll start shooting immediately. Owie, owie, owie. I'd recommend always bringing spear units to a battle, always. I say kind of try to bring Naginata attendants, and then if you can, then bring like more of an elite spear unit, so monks or Naginata samurai. I don't really use Naginata samurai that much. Thinking of all my battles now, I do kind of use them a lot actually. So he's just going to hunt down both of my bocav. Light cav is very quick, hence that's why they're called light cav. In the previous battle, you know, bocav can be kind of taken out by everything. So, like a disease, he's just gone and swept through. And I took the what was that one? Ah, here it is, workshop, increased melee defense. So I popped Captain Cabinet off to go capture that one, and I put my Naginata attendants on this hill just in case he tried to cap it back. But for some reason he didn't really know how to capture key points on a map. It's probably because he was rank 2. I didn't want to tell him because I hate spammers, but it was a bit harsh of me, I suppose. I did tell him at the end though, this is how you do it. So we're just going to sit here pretty, not really do much. I mean, I'm not going to move. If you look at my positioning, I've led 2 Nagi attendants and then Naginata samurai on this steep slope. So if he tries to come up the slope, he'll just get destroyed. This is probably my weakest side, with just 1 Nagi attendant, and then I've got my monks here. And then I've got hiding all of my Nodachis in the back, so if they get charged, they're doomed. So really, it was a bit crap. We were waiting. He was trying to pull off some fancy moves just to capture this shrine. It wasn't going to work. I wonder if he spammed all his previous battles. That'd be interesting to know. So that has a lot of cavalry. Even though it's light cav, it's still a lot. Okay, so he's now just going to probe and start testing this defence. I shouldn't have taken my guys off their horses. And you just see random horses jumping in front. Really, in mass number like this, these guys would be devastating. If I were him, I probably would have just picked at my units with his bow general. If I were him, that's what I would have done. Set while everyone else is crushed in tight, Mr. Captain Cabinet has got his own little area, just in case, you know, he feels a bit claustrophobic. He's got enough room there. So he's going to charge his general in, which is a bad idea. He needs to get him right out. Seems that these are spear units. This is kind of what you want to do, though. You want to be new boxing yourself. Oh, sorry, yawning. You want to new box yourself, preferably with your back to some sort of impassable terrain. So, for example, you can't run up this slope, can he? So what that does is that means that's one less side for me to defend, and that's one more unit I can spend reinforcing one of my sides. What you should have done, he should have attacked from all angles, probably. If I were him, I would have attacked from this angle as well, because he could have destroyed my monks. Also, because it's a downhill charge, it's even better. So he can get the full momentum going. And, you know, if he gets a massive blob like this and charges them downhill into one unit, he'll destroy, basically. That's all he had to do, really. There are several things he could have done better. And my Nagi attendants did a pretty darn good job holding on. Every so often as well, I mean, you'll get loads of dog-legged formations like this, so you'll have to sort of straighten them out by pressing forward and back. I decided to charge off my big daddies, as I've named them, which are my Nodachi samurai. Really, they're not going to do too much. I'm kind of fooling myself there. Swag daddies. It's a good name, good name. So he's just going to repeatedly try and run in. This battle did last a while at the beginning, because I think he wanted me to go and charge, but it's like, no, I'm not going to charge you. Your units are kind of best like this, though, in a big lump. And it's just, it's like a little process. Light cavalry goes in, horses come out the other end. Very nice. So at the moment I'm getting absolutely hampered. I've been pushed right back. I think my attendants flew. I think they fleed the battlefield. No, there they are. 32 strong. And here are my Nagis. And Nagi warriors. So there you go. There's just me reforming. You have to do that in the bottom corner here. Has it got a UI? Alright. You know, below your avatar you'll have the back and forward. If you just tap those, then you guys will reform normally. So at this point I was thinking I probably wouldn't even win. I was actually thinking to myself I might not win. I'm not sure. he left his cavalry at these buildings, you know, just in case they somehow captured them. And for some reason these guys started to waver. And yep, now he's realised how... No, he hasn't. He's just going to get back on his horses. It's a bit silly. I mean, if he just kept them there, he would have realised how to cap buildings. I wasn't in any rush to tell him how to cap buildings. Definitely not. So this is kind of awkward. Nothing's really happening. All my horses ran away, so Captain Cabinet is free on the field. His nice red armour. And he will be charging back. So I'm sorry this isn't like a proper battle, I just wanted to randomly show it. I just need to show some battles. Try and fill up those Shogun playlist. So at this point I'm popping off my war cries left, right and centre. I genuinely think I'm going to lose at this point. But luckily he just begins to break. I think because of the amount of casualties he's sustained, and it becomes a chain rout. And then I'll charge in my big daddies and my swag daddies after them. So basically this is kind of giving you an idea against cav spams. You want to try and find some impassable terrain, such as, you know, this kind of mountain cliff face here. You want to put your back towards it, and then you just want to noob box yourself. And always, 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 no matter what game, kind of what match you're playing, always try and bring some spear units. Naginata attendants are excellent, which is why I bring them, because they're kind of like a multi-purpose crap unit, if I had to describe them really. They're a very good unit. Like versatile, I think the word is. They're not really that great, but you know, they'll get the job done, whether it's capping buildings, acting as a meat shield, or defending against cavalry. They'll usually do a pretty good job. And wow, he got far, didn't he? So yeah, always bring some spear units. It's definitely a useful tactic. So I'm going to try and do a few more, like maybe one or two more of these little battles, just to kind of fill up, as I said a million times by now, the playlist. We want to go to the results screen, see how my guys did. Haven't really got much going on actually on the channel. I'll probably try and do a siege battle at some point with Nectar Blood. But I'm not sure. I might do some sort of Christmas special as well. I don't know. I'm still thinking. But I've got a crap ton of exams on in January, so I'm not entirely sure yet. Let's go into the unit stats. Let's just summarise. And there we go. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll try and post another one soon. Bye bye for now.